So a guy wrote to me in the comments and said that he was jumping off of this main X-Men line. It just wasn't really that good. He should have waited to issue 5. Man, the way this story ends is fantastic. My name is Dorian. This is SCM Comics. We continue our coverage of X-Men with number 5. Our story starts off in Alaska in a cabin where Quentin, Psylocke, and John Greycrow just got finished getting it on. Now, for those of you who don't know who John Greycrow is, he is a old school villain, like way back, like 1980s back. He was one of the original Marauders, like Sinister's Marauders that he sent to go kill the original Morlocks. Yeah, that far back. So John's like, you can always stay. And Quentin's like, I can't stay. Like, come on now. But you know what? You can always join the X-Men and come back to the factory with me. And he was like, no, I can't do that. She was like, okay, it's better than being with Amy Vought and she teleporting you all around the world robbing banks. Now, Amy Vought's been around for a long time. I know you guys like, oh, Vought. First off, wrong universe. That's the boys. That's over there. And Amy Vought's been around a lot longer. She's like, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta do a psychic rescue. And the last thing I want is Quentin Quire telling me that I'm late. So then we cut to the factory, and the first thing you hear is, you're late. And Quentin's like, I am on time. Quentin's like, early is on time. On time is late. And Quentin's like, look, keep messing around with me, and I'll just murder you. And I won't make it look like an accident because nobody's going to care. And Quentin's like, poof, Sabretooth cut off my head and put it in a box. Do you think I'm worried about you? I was wondering if there was ever going to bring that up. I'm glad they did because it was crazy. So Psylocke's like, poof yourself. Sabretooth is just homicidal maniac. Me, I'm a professional. So they walk into the room where they're keeping Ben Liu, and Cyclops is standing there. He's like, wherever all that was, make sure you don't take it into this man's brain. So then Quentin's like, no problem, Slim. And Cyclops like, don't call me that. So Cyclops gives them their mission parameters. They're to wake Ben up, stabilize his mental state, and find out how the hell his X gene got activated in the first place. So they're like, understood. They do a countdown, and they dive into Ben's mind. And the alien ships that you saw in issue 2, yeah, they're all up in his mind. So they're walking around, and Quentin's like, this is weird, right? Even for a psychic rescue? And Quentin's like, you're not supposed to talk during a psychic rescue. Quentin's like, okay, sure. So Quentin's like, well, we already started talking, so you might as well just keep on talking. And she's like, there's a lot of trauma here on the surface, but we need to go deeper. She busts out her side and she hits the ground, and Quentin was like, no, wait, but it's too late. So as they go deeper into his brain, we see that Ben Liu was like a hedge fund guy, like a financial manager. And Quentin was like, yeah, he's a finance guy. That means he didn't really have a life in the first place. So now they're right in the back of Ben Liu's convertible, and all of a sudden they're like, I think this is the place where it all happened. And we see Ben get snatched up, all alien abduction style. And they're doing all the normal things that I guess aliens that abduct humans do. They're probing them, they're doing all kind of stuff. They send something down his throat. But then Quentin's like, hold on, wait a minute. Those aren't aliens, those are humans. And then one of them starts to talk to him and says, hello, ducklings. Now, you should know who this is just based off what they just said, but we'll wait till the end. So Quentin's like, you're a memory. How's a memory talking? And Quentin's like, who are you? And they go, I'm something left behind. Just in case somebody starts snooping. So all of a sudden they start sinking into the floor, and then Quentin is grabbed by Sabretooth. And in the outside world, his eyes start bleeding. And Quentin is face to face with John Greycrow, who has a gun in his hand. And her eyes start bleeding too. Now Sabretooth gets right back to where he left off in Wolverine, where he's just tormenting Quentin Quire. Now why Quentin Quire just go in there and erase his mind, I have no idea, but he doesn't, and he's pretty much being tortured by him. And John is pretty much talking about killing himself, which eventually he does, right on the next page. So Quentin's like, look, this is not real, we need to get out of here. And Psylocke's like, I'm not a strong enough psychic to do that. And Quentin's like, yeah, but I am. Problem is, if I do that, I'm going to kill Ben Liu. So I need a trained professional to help me, as he grabs Psylocke, and then they shoot out of there. So Cyclops is like, Quentin, Psylocke, what the hell happened? Because, their eyes are bleeding. And Quentin is like, good news, Ben's awake, and we got him stable. So the Psylocke's like, they're called 3K. They're making new mutants. They figure out a way to force activate the X gene by kidnapping flash scanners. Humans, people. Humans. Flash scanners was termed from way back in the 80s and 90s. And then she finished by saying, and Cassandra Nova is wonderful. We haven't heard from Cassandra Nova ever since the Marauders in Krakoa, where I think on their last mission, don't quote me on it, I'm just thinking, they pretty much left her for dead somewhere. And now she's back because you could never hold down Cassandra Nova.